Good afternoon. Talking about spreadsheet and its basics, right? So in the previous class, I have explained about the basic things regarding spreadsheet, right? So I defined the purpose of having spreadsheet first, and also I explained or I introduced some of the basic requirements or basic features of a spreadsheet, right? So I don't want to bring all these things, but we should remember all these things, right? So because even in the previous class also, I had an introduction for the basics, right? Okay. So during the latter part of the last class, we started to discuss about operators, right? So hope you remember. So operators, I want to revise only this part, right, today. So operators are very important in spreadsheet because spreadsheet is all about solving problems or performing calculation. So for performing calculation, you need operators. Even, addition of two numbers is a simple, right? It's a simple calculation, right? So there you need operators, right? Not only addition, even subtraction, multiplication, everything needs an operator, right? Fortunately, this is too close to your mathematics, so this is not hard to learn. So here we are going to take only mathematical related operators. There may be different types of operators possible, but here we will have to take only mathematical operators, sometimes called arithmetic operators. But okay, before that, I have to take one more thing. Yes, I explained this one too in the previous class. The operator and operand, right? So in mathematics, operator is always in between two operands. So if I want to add these two numbers together, right, these two figures are called operands. Okay, operands. In between these two operands, you have that particular operator. So this is called operator. This gets the name operator because this has the ability to perform an operation, right? What's the operation? Addition operation. So since it has the ability to perform addition operation, this takes that name operator. Okay, right. So these are some of the things to be known before we take in operators, right? So now come to the spreadsheet operators. So in spreadsheet we have number of arithmetic operators, so number of mathematical operators. We will have to take them one by one, and we should understand their function or their operation, right? So that is important. So let me take the first one. Let's try it on the board first. Okay, once we understand, then we will go to the computer and try it, or we will go to the spreadsheet and try that. Right, have a look at this. So first one the first one to be addition. So let's perform the addition operation. So this is going to be addition. Right. For performing addition operation, we have this operator plus, right? This is too simple. Even in mathematics, in your day-to-day life, we use such operator for performing addition. So this is too easy. We can easily remember that, right? So this is the first operator plus, right? This is for addition. Then for subtraction, right? For subtraction, we have this operator. Again, very familiar one. We use such one in mathematics too, right? You know, a spreadsheet is nothing, it's mathematics. It's a kind of transformation, right? So in mathematics, you use various operators for calculation. So those operators should be applied in spreadsheet. It's a kind of transformation, right? So this is similar. Third one, multiplication. Okay, so multiplication is an operation. So for performing that operation, you have to use this operator. This is called asterisk, right? So this is for multiplication. In a mathematical context, you use a different operator, right? You just use a cross or something for that multiplication. But when it comes to computer, this is the one to be used, right? So this is multiplication. So this can be called asterisk. Then we have division. So in mathematics, this is the one to be used for division. But here we don't use such things in computer. So we will, we have to use /. Remember, there are 2 slashes on the keyboard, but this has to be /, right? The slash which towards forward, which is, it looks like a slant, but slightly towards forward, right? So this must be division. There is another slash called /. Backslash is not for normal division, right? Okay. In addition to these 4, you need one more operator called exponent or power, right? Exponentiation or power. So this is the operator. This operator can be called caret operator, right? So this is called caret. So this is for power. Okay, so these are the operators which we are going to use in the spreadsheet for performing mathematical operations. Okay, let's take them again. For addition, this is the operator plus. For subtraction, it's minus. Multiplication is asterisk. Division is /. Exponentiation or exponent or even power is caret symbol. Note, these are the operators. Don't think that these are operators. These are operations, these actions, right? In order to perform such actions, we use these operators. So let's apply them in a spreadsheet first and understand the concept. Thereafter, we will have to take some complex expressions, right? Wait until I finish this. So let's try them in spreadsheet. Okay, look here. So let's add, okay, let's try that addition first. We all know these operators because we use them in mathematics, but let's take some experiences. So I just select a cell. This time B2 is selected. So just type a simple formula which must use these operators. For example, equal 10, right, plus 50. Okay, so this is a simple formula which has an arithmetical operator called plus, right, addition. So let's press the enter key. Look here, it shows 60. So now we know or we understand that plus is for addition because it shows the result as 60, right? So we can understand, right? So this is the one. Suppose if I use a minus operator there, 10 minus 50, and let's press the enter key. This time it's minus 40. So now what is it? Now it is subtraction because 10 minus 50. So that's the reason why we got minus 40 because it's a subtraction. Okay. Let's use the this one asterisk. This is multiplication. So 10 multiplied by 50, right? So let's press the enter key. Let me press that. So it is 500. So it indicates that it is multiplication. Okay. Even you can use the division symbol. This is division. So let me put 100 there in order to get a round figure. Right. So here 100 divided by 50. Press the enter key. It shows 2 because it's a division. right? So it is okay. This is division. But if I put 10 caret symbol and a 3 or something, right? So now 10 to the power 3, right? So it must be 1000. Okay, it is 1000. So if I type 2 to the power 7 or something, 2 to the power 7, 128, right? So it is 128. Got it? So these are the operators to be used in spreadsheet. In fact, these are mathematical related operators. Okay. So now it's too easy to understand these things because I know everyone understands such thing because these are well-known operators, except those exponent, right? Except that exponent, all the other operators are very familiar. They may have a different, symbol here, but operations are very, very familiar, right? Okay, but so when more than one operators in an expression, sometimes you may face problems because now we tried formula which had only one operator at the time, 10 plus 50, only one operator, 10 minus 50, again only one operator. But there is a possibility for having more than one operators at a time. So in that case, or in that situations, you need to consider the priority, right? So you should understand, or you should know which operator has highest priority, which one has least. So these things must be important, right? Then only you can understand, right? So we need to know that order of evaluating the operators, so which we call operator precedence. So let's take the operator precedence first. Right, look. So this can be called operator precedence. So which means the order of evaluating the operators, right? So as we all know, bracket comes first, right? So whenever you perform a calculation, so you need to consider the bracket first. So here also, even though that is not the operator, we need to focus on that, right? So that is the first one. You need to remember, you need to evaluate the bracket. That is first. But right, so among these operators, among these 5 operators, exponent has the high precedence, has the high priority, right? So it's first. Don't forget, exponent power has the highest priority. So you need to perform that exponent first, right? So in the next stage, maybe in the second stage, I put 3 because I have included the bracket too. But if you avoid the bracket, that exponent should be on the top. Then in the second stage, you have both multiplication and division. Both have same or equal priority. Both multiplication and division have the equal priority, right? So you can do these two next. Then in the last stage, we have plus and minus. They also have the equal priority. So you have only 4 levels where that, bracket dominates, bracket is always on the top, then exponentiation. After that, you have asterisk and forward slash, which means multiplication and division. Finally, you have the remaining operators, so you have plus and minus. Okay, so we should understand, or we should remember this in order to do calculations. Okay, right. Right. So let's take a simple formula now. Listen to me. So I will take a very simple one. So have a look at this. Equal 10 plus 5 asterisk 6. So assume this is entered in a cell in a spreadsheet. I feel that it is too easy to explain on the board. That's why I'm trying on the board. rather than trying in a spreadsheet, right? Later we can try and get some idea, right? First-hand experience. But here it may be good to understand on the board, because here I can write the steps and explain. So this may be comfortable to me and also as well as to you, right? Okay. So 50 plus 5 asterisk 6. So you have two operators in this expression. Or even I can call this as a formula. In this formula, we have plus asterisk. As we all know that asterisk has the domination, right? Asterisk has the highest priority. So because it's a multiplication, right? So we have to do the multiplication first. Perform this one. Okay. So I'm writing the remaining part again, right? So 10 there plus, okay, look here, 5 asterisk 6. So definitely it becomes what? It becomes 30. Okay. You cannot add the numbers and multiply. First of all, you have to multiply. Okay, 30. So it's going to be 40. Right? So this is the first one. So try another one. Okay, let's take another one. Equal 7 minus 4 asterisk 2. Right? Look here. Now this has three operators. You have minus, you have asterisk, exponent, right? So which one has the highest precedence? Exponent, right? So this has to be performed first, or this has to be considered first. So you know 2 to the power 3, right? So it must be 8. So I'm writing the remaining part there as they are 7 minus 4 asterisk 2 to the power 3, it's 8. Okay. Now you have only two operators. Among them, asterisk has the highest precedence, right? So it has to be 7 minus 32, right? 32. So now we have only one operator, which is minus. So 7 minus 32, it's minus 25. So answer is minus 25. Got it? One final question or one final operator formula. Right, have a look at this. 5 asterisk 3 plus 4 plus 3 minus 2, right? So this is a formula. So here we have a bracket, right? So yes, asterisk is there which has high priority, but since you have the bracket, do that first, right? So here within the bracket, plus and also minus. As we have discussed earlier, both have the equal priority, right? So you have both of them, but you have both, but both of them have equal priority. So I forgot to mention one thing. When two operators have equal priority, try performing the operator which comes first. So here plus minus both have equal priority, but even though they have equal priority, in this expression, plus is in front of minus. So try treating them in the order in which they are placed, right? So plus comes first, so do the plus. Even for such expression, even though you do minus, it works, but try following that. So here, yes, it is 5 asterisk 3, right, plus. Look here, it is 4 plus 3, so it's 7 minus 2. Since, sorry, still we have bracket, Okay. So now 5 asterisk 3 plus 7 minus 2 is 5. Right? Okay. Okay. Only two operators plus asterisk. Which comes first? Asterisk, right? So you need to perform this one. So 5 into 3 is 15 plus 5. This is 20. Okay. So I need one more example or exercise for, explaining that same priority idea, right? So let me take another one. Because we have to understand that idea. So when two operators which have equal priority in an expression, you need to know how to handle them, right? So like the one which I explained just now. So look here, we have 5 plus 5 asterisk, right, 7 divided by 5, right? Okay. So now this has 3 operators plus asterisk division. Which has the highest precedence? Both, right? Both asterisk and division have equal priority. But even though they have equal priority, in this formula, asterisk comes first, right? Asterisk is placed prior to or in front of division. So treat that asterisk first. Okay. So now I need to perform this one. So 5 plus, look here, 35 divided by 5. Right? So now we have we have two operators, plus and division. Yes, division has highest. So try performing this one. So it has to be 5 plus 7. 35 divided by 5. So it's 7. Finally, it has to be 12. Got it? So this is how operators are handled, or operators are treated in expressions, right? So you should understand, or you should remember the order. At the same time, you should understand this small idea. So when more than two operators or more than one operators have equal priority, try treating them in the order in which they are placed. Okay. All right, so let's try them in a spreadsheet first. Right, let's check the first one. So 6 plus 7 asterisk 5. So here what happens? First of all, this has to be performed, right? 7 asterisk 35. So it's 7 asterisk 5 is 35. So 35 plus 6, definitely it's 41, right? So look here, we got 41, right? So let's type another one, equal 6 asterisk 8 10 plus 1. So look, you have asterisk and also you have division, right? Both have equal priority, but asterisk is in front. So do this first. So 6 into 8, 48, right? So 48 divided by 10, which means 4.8. So 4.8 plus 5. So which is 9.8, right? So your answer should be 9.8. Okay. Right. So 9.8 is the answer. Let's try another one. Equal 6 asterisk 6 minus 7 bracket 6 plus 6 divided by 3. Right, okay. So now we have to consider, sorry, I have a mistake there. So let me put the plus symbol there. Okay. So now we need to consider the bracket first. So within the bracket, you have two operators, plus there, division there, but division should be taken first. Okay. So what's the idea? So 6 asterisk 3, it's, sorry, 6 divided by 3, so it's 2. 2 plus 6, right? So it's 8. So now this has to be 8. Before that, you have multiplication. So 6 into 6, 36, right? So here 36. 36 minus 7, right? 29. So 29 plus 8, it's 37, right? So you have 37. Okay. So this is how things are handled in spreadsheet. Okay, right. So I hope that you understood the concept. So let's try these things. I will give some time for practice. Let's take a pen and get the answer. Then I will ask some people, right? So let's take these things. Right, look. I will ask, right? So wait for my instructions. Right. So not many and not too many, right? Let's take 2 or 3 questions. So let's take the first one. So we have an expression equal 10 minus 5 plus 3. Okay. So take your time and find the answer. Okay, what's the answer? What's the answer? Pradhapan, what's the answer? Pradhapan. Ilakyan, what's the answer? It's a simple mathematics, right? Ilakyan.
So 35.
35. Ilakyan?
35.
Pradhapan?
35.
12.
Lakshayani P?
35.
Look, I'm checking your basic math skill, right? So you should have learned such things in your grade 5 or 6. Look. Which has high precedence? This one, right? So let's try the other things as they are. So 10 minus 5 plus, it's 9, right? 9 plus 3. Now you have operators which have equal priority. So how to handle them? Try handling them in the order, right? So which
27.
3 to the power 3, 27.
27, sir.
Sorry. I made a mistake. Right, it's 2 to the power 3, right? So it must be a 27. Right? So here you have two operators with equal priority. So do that, right? 10 minus 5 is 5 plus 27 plus 2. Okay. So this has to be plus again. 32 plus 3, it is 35. So it would be better if you follow steps. So if you take steps in exam, then only you can't make mistakes. At the same time, marks are awarded, right? You will get the full marks for your steps. So try showing your answer in steps if they asked in second part, right? Okay, let's try one more. Take a note of it, right? It may be important. Right. Take another example. Again, I take your own time, right? Take your time and find the answers.
$148.
148.
148. Any others?
148.
148.
Okay, right. So you got the same answer, right? So let's check whether 148 is correct. Listen. So here you have exponent plus multiplication. Okay, these are the three operators, but plus entered twice and also exponent entered twice, right? Okay, first of all, we need to focus on exponent. So here we have, here also we have, right? But you may do anything, right? Any exponent first, it works, right? Okay, let me try this first. So 5 to the power 3, 125, right? It's 125. Write the other things as they are, plus 5 asterisk 3 plus. Okay, let me simplify this 2. So 2 to the power 3, it's 8, right? Okay. So now we have asterisk in highest priority, right? So try handling asterisk first. So let better write the other things as they are. 125 plus it's 15 plus 8. We have plus, so it's okay. It is 140, right? 125 plus 15, 140, 148. This is the answer. Okay. So I hope that you all understood such things. This can be asked for 2 marks question in the second part, first question, because there is a complete question in the second part, that which means the first question, right? First question of the second part is always compulsory. There such things can be asked. Even sometimes in MCQ, such things can be asked, right? Okay. Right. So let's move to the another one. Okay. Right. Hereafter, we have to take another important part. See, we use such things for performing calculations. I used to call them as a formula. Yes, that is correct. It's a formula. But there may be some different ideas or different formula to be used in spreadsheet. We may use this such idea, right? Idea, okay. But but definitely we will try in a different way. Okay, let's try some of the formula in the computer first. Okay, have a look at this. I just want some data for applying the formula. So let me type some of the data there. I randomly type some numbers. Okay, so these are enough for me to explain. Look here. This is how the width of the column is adjusted. You can take it between two columns and drag it, right? Okay, right, look here. So now I have a bunch of data, right? In fact, I have how many? 16 data, right? I have 16 different numbers. Okay. The reason for having these numbers is for adding them. Okay, so what I'm going to do is going to add these 4 numbers and show the answer in E1. Okay, so after that, we will add these 4 numbers, right, the next 4 numbers and show the answer in E2. Then add these 4 numbers and display the result in E3. Finally, these 4 numbers will be added and the result is shown in E4. This is my intention, right? Okay. So let me write a formula here. Watch carefully here. After everything is important, you should get a solid foundation. So I need to add all these 4 numbers together and show the result somewhere here in E1. Okay. So let's type a simple formula first. Look here, equal, because as we discussed earlier, every formula must begin with equal symbol, right? So equal. So which is my first number? It's 16. So type 16. I have to add them, so put the plus. So this time it has to be 78. So type 78. Again plus, because the remaining numbers to be added, so plus 65, right? Again put the plus, this time it's 98. Okay, so I have written a simple expression like the one which I wrote on the board. So definitely it's a formula, right? It's a formula, the one which I explained, even though I used to call that as expression, it is a formula because it starts with equal symbol and also it is able to perform a calculation. So definitely it's a formula. So let's press the enter key and see the result. Okay. So now what happened? All these numbers are added and the result is shown. Okay. So definitely it's the correct answer. We don't want to check them manually. Definitely it is the right answer. Okay. Right. Now let's add the next 4 numbers together and show the result in E2. So to do that, I need another formula. So type that one again, equal. This time it's 54, right? My first number is 54, type it, plus, it's 90, okay, plus, it's 65, plus 67, and press the enter key. You got it, right? Now, as you can see, or as you noticed, for each and every addition, I have to type, or I had to type the formula again and again. Here, I got this 257 after typing this formula. Here, I got this result after typing this formula. You can double click on that particular cell to view the formula. Even that formula can be visible on the formula bar. Have a look at the formula bar. Formula bar shows that. Or double click on that particular cell and see the formula. Okay. Okay. But now look here. In order to get the next total, you need to add them together. So definitely you need to write another formula, which is not good, because every time when you want a total, you need to write a formula. So typing like equal 78, 45, 60, it doesn't good. It doesn't look good because it takes time. You have to spend here. Look here, we use spreadsheet because to get benefits. That's the reason why spreadsheet is developed. But you're wasting your time in typing your formula. Maybe that spreadsheet, did that addition operation for us. We didn't add them manually. That may be one advantage which we gained. But have a look at that. We are wasting the time. We are typing the formula again and again and again. So that may be that may not be a good thing to be expected. So definitely there is an alternative way. You cannot do like that. You cannot write your formula or type your formula by including the numbers directly. So I don't want to use this idea. But in fact, this is a formula, right? Really, it's a formula, but it doesn't look good because it has to be entered every time. So let's raise that. Okay. Let's add these numbers again. First row, right? First row numbers and show the answer. So it's equal. Earlier we have entered 16, but this time I don't want to enter the number 16 directly, but I just want to enter the cell which has the 16. Have you understood? Earlier we typed 16, so we entered the data directly. But this time I want the cell which has that particular 16, right? So where is that 16? It is in A1. So type A1. So in computer's point of view, you know, A1 has 16. So it takes that as 16. We have to add them. So put the plus. Earlier we put 78, but this time it has to be B1, right? So type B1. Then again plus. It has to be C1, right? But when it comes to practical, you don't need to type them like A1, B1, C1. Just click on that particular cell and the cell address will automatically be visible. Look here, I'm going to click on this cell C1. Now look at the formula. C1 is automatically there. So when it comes to practical, you can take these cell addresses by clicking or by selecting. Put the plus. And this time it's D1, right? D1. So A1 plus B1 plus C1 plus D1. Press the enter key. Now I got 257. Okay, right. But to get the total in the second row, I need a formula. So let me type a formula again, equal. So where is this 54? Check it. Where is this 54? It is in A2. So type A2 plus, right? So then it has to be 90. So where is that 90? It is in B2. So type it plus 65. It is in C2. So it's C2 plus 67. It is in D2. So it is equal A2 plus B2 plus C2 plus D2. But earlier it was 54 equal 54 plus 90 plus 65 plus 67. But now rather than entering the figures, we entered the cell addresses. Let's press the enter key. Yes, I got the answer. Right? But even though I used cell addresses instead of numbers, here also I am facing the same problem. As you observed, see, I have to type this formula again and again. So I type this formula first, then I type another formula, get the total in the second row. Definitely to get the total in the third row, I need another formula. So you may think that it is also a kind of, work where you kill the time. It seems to be like that, but no, there is a way to find the answer, right? You don't need to type formula one by one if you follow this method. Okay, let me show you. So I'm going to delete this one. I don't want that. So I typed the formula for first one. Keep watching. I typed this formula to find the total in the first row. Okay, I got it, 257, right? So what I'm going to do is not going to type the formula one by one, going to copy this formula and paste for the others. I repeat it. I want the total here, E2, and also I want the total in E3 and E4. So I don't want to write 3 additional formula. Rather than typing or writing 3 additional formula, I will copy this formula and paste for them. Okay, so let's copy and paste first. After that, we should understand how it's possible to get the values when we copy. That may be the biggest thing to be understood, right? Have you understood? I have to explain 2 things. First one, I should show how this formula is copied and pasted to the other. That is important. Once we understand such one, or once we learn such method, we should understand how it's possible to get these answers when that formula is copied, right? Okay, one by one I will explain. Okay, first of all, copy this formula and paste for the others to get the answer, right? Look here. So I have selected the cell E1. The reason for selecting the cell E1 is the formula is in E1. That formula which we have to copy is in E1. So that's why I have selected. Remember, this is the first method. Okay, E1. Now time to copy that. So it's very simple. It looks like your MS Word. So you can you have right. Look here. You have copy icon here. So you can click on copy. This is selected now. Click on copy. I clicked. Now you can see some dots, right? It looks like an animation. So it indicates that this has been copied. Not the formula was copied, not the figure 257. You didn't copy the figure 257. You copied the formula. Look at the formula bar. This is the one that you copied. Okay, right. So now we finished 2 steps. What are the steps which we completed? First one, we selected E1. That is first step. Second step, we clicked on copy. Second step. So how many steps needed? We need 4 steps. So we have 2 remaining steps. Okay, the next one. Now formula is copied. So you need to paste that formula in E2, E3, E4. Listen carefully, right? So it may be a little tough to select every cell one by one for pasting. That should be worked, right? So you can select E2 and paste, E3 paste, E4, but it takes time. So my third step would be select the cell range where the data or where the formula to be pasted. I repeat it. You need to select the cell range in which the formula to be pasted. So what is the cell range to be selected here? From E2 to E4. E2 colon E4. Select it. Just click and drag. Select that. Now look here. I have selected. You can see that, right? From E2 to E4, cells are selected. Third step is over. Your final step would be paste. Try understanding, right? You have to understand the thing which we are doing. So we are copying and pasting. We learned that in MS Word. But in MS Word, we just copied some text or maybe images and pasted. But here, we copy a formula and we try to paste it. Okay, so now go here and click on paste. Have a look at here. So now you got the answer. Right, you can manually, add them and find whether the answer is correct or not. Definitely the answers are correct. So I got this 276, 266, 255 without using a formula. I used that particular formula for finding the remaining answers. So this makes my work easy. Assume you have thousands of rows there, thousands of records. You need to add them. So if you use this method, it would be very simple. But how did we get these 276, 266, 255? So how it's possible? Wait, I will explain them later, not now, right? So because we should learn the method first. So try learning the method first. Once we learned, then we can understand the idea behind it. Okay, right. So let's try them again. First of all, you have to type the formula equal. It is A1, right, plus B1 plus C1 plus D1. Press the enter key. Now you got the answer. Now we need the total for the remaining rows. So use this formula for finding the remaining totals. So how to do that? First of all, select the formula. To select this formula, you have to select E1, right? Because the cell E1 itself has the formula. So select the E1. This is the first method. The second method should be, second step. Second step should be copying this formula. So how to copy? Go to the ribbon and click on copy. So now it has been copied. Now we have copied the formula. Now time to paste. But where should you paste? You have to paste here E2, E3, E4. So since you need 3 places to be pasted, try selecting them as a range. Don't select them one by one and paste one by one. Just select them. So E2, E4. Select that. This could be your third step. Once cells are selected, click on paste. So here you have a paste, got it. Right? So even you can check whether your answers are correct or not. Look here. Have a look at this E4. In E4, you got 255. To get this 255, you have to type equal A4 plus B4 plus C4 plus D4. This is the formula to be typed to get 255. Have you got my point? If you think about a formula to be entered in E4, definitely it would be equal A4 plus B4 plus C4 plus D4. But just double click on this cell E4 and see the result. I want to double click right here. See, we got that exact formula. But note, I didn't type this, right? I did not type this formula equal A4 plus B4 plus C4 plus D4. I got it because of that copy paste action. I have copied this particular formula entered in E1, and that formula has been changed into A4, B4, C4, D4. We remember the formula which we entered in E1. We entered equal A1 plus B1 plus C1 plus D1. That formula has been changed into A4 plus B4 plus C4 plus D4 when it is copied. The main thing is we should understand how it is changed, how it's possible. Because in a normal circumstances like MS Word, when you copy the text seems to be same as in the copied area. So it doesn't matter how many times you copied. So when you copied your name 100 times, it should be similar to original text. But now the original formula is different. It was equal A1 plus B1 plus C1 D1. But now after copying that, we got another formula. So we should understand that change. Even look here in E3, you got 266. Double click and check it. Now there we have another formula equal A3, B3, C3, D3. So that is also changed. Look here in E2, it is A2 plus B2 plus C2 plus D2. So now everyone can understand that the formula which was entered in E1 has been changed into A2, B2, C2, D2 in E2. Even it is further changed in E3. it is also changed in E4. So we should understand that change. Okay. That change must be important. That must be understood clearly. Without any doubt, you should understand how that change occurs. Definitely, I need some time to explain that. Maybe the most important parts in spreadsheet. Not going to explain today because I need some time to explain that. Definitely, it must be in a fresh class, in a new class, right? So it's enough for today. We will take that part in the next class. Okay. Thank you.